Alright, MTG next door. It's Doc. We finally got some mythics last round. Let's see what we get this time. Ooh, already got an list card. That's pretty. I don't know what it is. Oh, maybe the bird goes like this. Yeah, the bird goes like this. Well, it's pretty, whatever it is. Forest. Elemental Summoning. Pay 5 to make a 4/4. Ageless Guardian. 1 and a white for a 1/4 spirit. Doesn't even fly. That kind of sucks. Study Break. 1 and a white. Tap up to 2 target creatures and then learn. Biatch. Cogwork Archivist. 6 for a 4/5 construct with reach. 2 and a tap. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Meh. Bury in Books. 4 and a blue for an instant. Spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature, so basically 3. Put target creature into its owner's library second from the top. Guess that's okay. Reject, we've pulled. It kind of sucks. Curate, kind of meh. Clever Luminancer. 1 white for a 0/1 human wizard. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Not bad, I guess. Alright, looks like we're into the rares already. I feel like I've been getting a lot of commons and not as many uncommons. Alright, what is this? Elemental Expressionist. 4 hybrids for a 4/4 orc wizard. Magecraft, and a shit ton of text. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, choose target creature you control. Until end of turn, it gains, if this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else, and when you exile this creature, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. So you attack with some dinkies, and then you exile them and make some bigger elementals. It's alright, I guess. Got an uncommon. Snakeskin Veil, green, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof. We have an uncommon foil. You know, the foiling's actually a lot better this set. I'm liking this better than that. The Kaldheim, you could just barely read them. Dueling Coach, 3 and a white for a 2/2 human monk. It enters the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's kind of like Proliferate, but not nearly as good. All right, now we've got an uncommon. Guilds of Ravnica. Chemister's Insight. Oh, that's a wasted card there. Got plenty of those. Boy, this box, it had better turn it on soon, because right now, not gotten much that's interesting out of it. But, you know, the dopamine of popping the packs, it's there. I think I pulled, I think this is Brainstorm. Alright, Swamp. Introduction to Annihilation. 5 to exile something, and then its controller draws a card. Arcane Subtraction. 1 in a blue. Target creature gets -4/-0, and then you learn. I feel like it should just say learn, bitch. Square Up. 1 in a hybrid. Target creature's base power and toughness is 4/4 until end of turn. That's actually pretty good. You could pull a trick with that. Serpentine Curve, 3 and a blue. Dude, the art on that, check that. That's trippy, I like it. Create an 0/0 green and blue fractal creature. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 1 plus the total number of instant sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. Interesting. Biomathematician. Is that a common? Yeah, it was. 1 green blue for a 2/2 human wizard. When it enters the battlefield, create a fractal and put a +1/+1 counter on it for each fractal you control. Another comment. Leyline Invocation. 5 and green. All right, we are making fractals like crazy. Frack all that. X is the number of lands you control. All right, we got an uncomp. Whoa, boy. We're just slinging shit. We got Practical Research. 3 blue, red. Draw 4 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant or sorcery card. I guess that's all right. So 5 to draw 4 cards. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Explosive Welcome. 7 and a red. Sweet Jesus. Explosive Welcome deals 5 damage to any target and 3 damage to any other target. So 8 to deal 8, basically. And then you get to add 3 red to finish stuff up. That's alright. So now we got our rare, the Biblioplex. So it's a land. You tap it, you look at the top card of your, or you can pay 2 and tap it, look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery card, reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put it into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Activate only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. That was almost good, and then they had to throw on that little tease right at the end. So you basically have to have a full hand, which I guess if you're playing this card, you're probably in blue if you're spell slinging. And so you can definitely hit that card draw. All right, uncommon, Duress. It's pretty. I guess we'll put this up here. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. And then we got our common foil. Yay, another expanding anatomy. And a trash token. Oh, I feel like I didn't put my rares aside. Let's go back. There we go. All right. Apparently we had our first video that got a dislike. Thought that was funny. I agree, I thought Stitch was entirely too salty in that video. Alright. Cool art there. Forest. Another Annihilation. Leech Fanatic. As long as it's your turn, it has lifelink. Meh. Blood Researcher. Alright, a vampire. I kind of like these black-green vampires. So 1 black-green for a 2/2 vampire druid with menace. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Researcher. That's not bad. Not going in Markov, obviously, but still not bad. Spectre of the Fens. 3 and a black for a 2/3 Spectre. It's got flying, and you can pay 5 and a black and make an opponent lose 2 life and gain 2 life. That has limited written all over it. Moldering Karok. 2 black-green for a 3/3 zombie crocodile with trample and lifelink. That's good. That I like. Shadewing Laureate. So this is one of those hybrid ones. So white, hybrid, black. 2/2 human warlock with flying. Whenever another creature you control with flying dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Alright, Thunderous Orator. 1 and a white for a core wizard. It's a 2/2. It's got vigilance. And when he attacks, it gains flying until end of turn if you control a creature with flying. Same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, lifelink, menace, and trample. So you could really just juice him out. Uncommon. Killian, Ink Duelist. Just read the story about him. He's kind of cool. So white-black for a 2/2 human warlock with lifelink and menace. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast. That's actually pretty good. Got our rare here. It's a 3/1, an Elite Spellbinder. Oh, and it's Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa. 2 and a white for a 3/1 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. So you're basically just slowing them down. And we got an uncommon. Claim the Firstborn. Gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste. And we got a foil. And we got a dumb token. Alright. I have not had good luck with the Mystic Archive cards. Stitch pulls a Time Warp. I'm pulling things I've got plenty of. Alright. Oh, I didn't put my rare. Oh, alright. So we've got a rare lesson. 1 and a white. Choose one. Choose a non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. Choose target non-land permanent. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Not bad. Alright, Relic Sloth. Vigilance, Menace, 4/4 for 5. Illustrious Historian we've pulled. Excavated Wall. Defender, mill a card. Meh. Tome Shredder we've pulled. Thrilling Discovery. Red-white, you gain 2 life, then you may discard 2 cards. If you do, draw 3 cards. Not bad. Now we're into some uncommons. Ardent Dust Speaker. 4 and a red for a 3/4 Minotaur Shaman. When it attacks, you may put an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you may play those cards this turn. That's interesting. Lorehold Excavation. Red-white. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, mill a card. If a land card was milled this way, you gain 1 life. Otherwise, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/2 red-white spirit creature token. This is an interesting card. Alright, we got a rare. Blue. Dream Strix. 2 and a blue for a 3/2 bird illusion. When it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. When it dies, learn. I don't think that's getting played. What do we got next? Okay, we got a rare. Compulsive Research. 2 and a blue. Target player draws 3 cards. Then that player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land card. We got another rare here. We got a rare foil. Baleful Mastery. Alright, this was a 3 rare pack, y'all. That's not bad. 3 and a black. You can pay 1 and a black. If you pay 1 and a black, an opponent draws a card. Exile target creature or planeswalker. You know, that's not bad. That'll play. And then we got a treasure token. Alright. Alright, 2 more here. 2 more. Ooh, we got a list card. Getting that list card. I think that's Ponder. That's interesting. Forest. All right, we got another rare lesson. Confront the past. X and a black. All right, choose one. Return target planeswalker with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Remove twice X loyalty counters from target planeswalker and opponent controls. So that's actually not bad. You got to be playing some planeswalkers. And then, or you're playing this in Oathbreaker. Like, I think this card has Oathbreaker written all over it. Silver Quill Pledge Mage. 1 and 2 hybrid for a Vampire Cleric with Magecraft. And it gains your choice of flying or lifelink until end of turn. Meh. Owl and Shield Mage. I think Stitch pulled one of these. Combat Professor. Stitch pulled one of these. Lorehold Pledge Mage. We're now into the uncommons. Hall Monitor. Red. Haste for a Lizard Shaman. Target creature can't block this turn. Detention Vortex. White for an aura. Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. I kind of like the fact that you can do more than just creatures with this. Destroy Detention Vortex. Only your opponents may activate this ability and only as a sorcery. Oh, we got a rare. All right, Culmination of Studies. I think I pulled this one already. We'll take it. X blue red. Exile the top X cards of your library. For each land card exiled this way, create a treasure. For each blue card exiled this way, draw a card. For each red card exiled this way, Culmination of Studies deals 1 damage to each opponent. I think you could really do some damage on this. And then I saw this as well. Okay, we got a mythic. So we've got Luca. Oh, we got a rare on the back of that too, so we'll have to be careful here. All right, we've got Mila, Crafty Companion. 1 white for a 2/3 legendary fox. Whenever an opponent attacks one or more planeswalkers you control, put a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. Okay. Whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. All right, what does Luca do? 4 red for a 5 loyalty planeswalker, and he has +1. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. If a creature card was discarded this way, draw 2 cards instead. Okay, so that's red card draw there. We always like that. -2, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exiled at the beginning of the next upkeep. Interesting. And the emblem you get is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So that's actually pretty good right there. Yeah. All right. And then D-Spark. Not unhappy to get another D-Spark, especially with that wicked art. Look at that, y'all. That's interesting. It almost looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics. All right, what else we got? I think this is a new one. Tend to the Pests. Instant for black-green. Additional cost of this spell. Sacrifice a creature. Create X. Black and green pest creature tokens with this, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. All right. Oh, shit. List card. Forgot about that. Stony Brook Schoolmaster. 2 and a white. I think Mr. A pulled this one. When it becomes tapped, you may put a 1/1 blue Merfolk Wizard creature token into play. They need to make another Bant Merfolk commander, because, yeah. It's not bad. All right. Last pack. Let's see what we get. Always forget about that list card until I accidentally reveal it. So, okay. We've gotten some mythics out of this box already. I am starting to agree with Stitch and Mr. A. It's like rares are the new uncommons. Yeah. That's cool. Not sure what that is. What is that? Revitalize. And Island. Reduced to memory. 1 white. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller gets to make a spirit. Rise of Exodus. 4 hybrid. Exile target creature. Exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. And then you learn. That's pretty expensive, though. 6 to take 2 things off the table. I feel like this is more of like a standard card. Lash of Malice. +2, -2 until end of turn. Crushing Disappointment. Beaming Defiance. Infuse with Vitality. I'm picking up that this is all about Killian. Silver Quill Apprentice. I don't think we've pulled this one yet. White-black. 2/2 Human Warlock. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, target creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Another uncommon. Show of Confidence. 1 and a white. Whenever you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. Oh, okay. You may choose new targets for a copy. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. So basically, it's got Storm, which is pretty cool. And then you're putting +1/+1 counters and vigilance out there. That's actually not bad. All right, we got a rare. Necrobloom Snarl. So basically it's a show land. We've got an uncommon back here. Oh, there, Revitalize. And then we've got a common. Basically, it's a bear that makes a pest. I realized that was a draw card as well. And an elemental. All right, not bad, not bad. Not unhappy to get. See, I think in a 2-color deck, I disagree with Stitch and Mr. A on this. I think in a 2-color deck, these are actually pretty good. So not a bad haul. Some of these will get played. All right, be safe, y'all.